Good afternoon. Welcome to Treehouse Tales. Treehouse Tales is going to be a show with a little music, a little funny story or two, and a little political slant.
Lots of pro-Trump things.
Yeah, and
This is basically sponsored by MAGA. He's not wearing his hat today, but he promised me next episode he's going to.
he's full of shit. All right, so Trevor and I had hoped to have 4 to 6 episodes of Flying Under the Radar. This is going to be an ongoing, approximately 30-minute show of the incredible talent that is in this area that nobody knows about all over the country. And Trevor and I are hoping to change that with your help. All right, so Treehouse Tales. By the time I was 14, I was 5'5" and was shaving.
Shaving what?
I was shaving, you know. Anyway, everybody else kept growing and I didn't. Kind of a disappointment. I was regular size in the 8th grade. Anyway, I've always felt part hobbit, if not mostly hobbit. Because when I was 14, I had hair on my toes and a little bit of hair on my ears. And I was so proud of shaving at 14. I'm a man. Yeah, right. Now, every time I shave, I have to shave this part of my ears. You know, you think that's a little thing, but honestly, I have thought about letting that stuff grow all the way down here and then doing a comb over both sides from my ears. What do y'all think about that? Think that might work?
I think that's a good idea. I think you need to name it and trademark it.
Well, and the other thing, 2 months ago, before all this mess was even a speck on the horizon.
What mess?
Oh,
What if I'm watching
apocalypse?
What if I'm
mess.
watching this in 6 months and we've all forgot by now?
Oh, well, all right, it's the apocalypse.
The zombie
Current,
apocalypse, okay.
the first, and not the last, I'm sorry to say. You know, until 2 months ago, the TSA was grabbing people's junk, looking for weapons and bombs.
When I got kind of lonely, I would just go fly. You know, get a little bit of human contact.
Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about.
The certain airports had the prettier girls that had to do that job, and
Oh,
so we'd
yeah.
scope it out. You know, O'Hare was my favorite by far. Shout out to Sheila at O'Hare.
Sheila, you've made this boy's life wonderful.
Once this is all over, I'm coming back, baby.
All right, so that was then. This is now. Is everybody aware of what the most dangerous thing that can get on an airplane is now? It's a virus.
What about a crying baby?
Well, that's a close second, man. If the baby won't shut up, I mean, really, that's what socks were meant for. Okay, so being a hobbit is wonderful. And before any of this apocalypse started, I, for some reason, since the middle 80s, I quit growing long hair because I was bald. And
Really?
it looked like a caricature. But now that I'm older, I want my freak flag to fly. And thank God it's flying now, huh? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I got hair. And by the way, I'm starting a new style for bald men. It's the bald mullet.
I like it.
Got it? Yeah.
Is it going to be a ponytail in the future?
All you hot little honeys out there, I mean, I know you're digging on this, so give me a call. Come on, you know. All right, so I'm sitting in this chair that you can hear creaking. It's from Norman, Oklahoma. Yeah, Norman, Oklahoma. Home of the Sooners. My grandmother, Pat, short for Patterson, used to rock me in this chair. It is the only thing I have left from her estate. And it was passed down to me by my father. Anyway, I always saw John F. Kennedy sitting in rocking chairs. And I didn't get it till I found out I had a screwed up back. I've got a disc that's degenerating, and it's really a pain in the butt. But you know what helps it? Rocking.
And beer.
And beer.
And CBD oil.
And CBD oil. Yes. Thank you, Trevor. All right. This morning, I was out on a bike ride. I no longer ride on the main public roads because somebody almost killed me going 65 miles an hour about 10 years ago. However, I live in Oxbow Trail subdivision. It's a horseshoe. Coming off of 967 and coming back to 967, it's 2 miles. Today, I rode 12 miles back and forth in my horseshoe. And it's perfect. No through traffic, speed limit 25. Not going to get anybody texting on the phone killing me. Thank you very much. Anyway, it's my 50th year. Yeah, you better say, yeah.
Cue the applause track.
Yeah. Started in 1970, fell in love with cycling, started racing, got a job wrenching on bicycles at the Spoke Bike Shop to help me get through UT, and just have never stopped. I only stopped for injuries, and a couple of times in the service I was unable to ride my bike, but the rest of the time, it's almost a daily thing. It's like some sort of exercise meditation for me. I have great rock and roll. I drink a cup of coffee right before I go, and I get out there and I still burn it up for a 68-year-old hobbit. And you could do the same thing.
I do have one question, David.
What's that?
If you've been doing this for 50 years, do you plan to take the training wheels off at any point? Because
Well-
they've been on for a while now.
I think I'm almost good enough to get them off. We'll see. But just so you know, and this is no brag, just fact, I've ridden over 225,000 miles on those two-wheeled blessing machines. They're head clearing, lung cleaning. They don't hurt your knees. They don't hurt your back. I recommend if you want to stay in shape, some kind of decent shape, throughout your life, there's not a better way to do it. Just find a safe place to ride. And that's hard to do because people are texting on their phones. The woman that almost killed me was on her phone tailgating a huge gravel truck going 65 miles an hour. Now, I was on the shoulder, an 8-foot wide shoulder. She drifted over without seeing me and missed me by 6 inches going 65 miles an hour. I tell you what, I am so proud I didn't fall off my bike because that was quite a little shock.
6 inches could do a lot right there.
6 inches, baby. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so I want to give a shout out to J.D. Hicks.
Shout out.
He's feeling under the weather. I'm hoping that he doesn't have the virus, but I'm selfish. We've asked JD to come be the host for Flying Under the Radar. So when this apocalypse is over, we want everyone who's interested in participating in the program Flying Under the Radar. Many of you have seen the first episode, got a lot of great comments on it. So text me, email me, call me. All of those numbers are available on our website, bthstudios.com. That's Buda Treehouse Studios. Anyway, it is so cool to be trapped in the Shire with Trevor.
Life hasn't changed much. We've been kind of doing this for a few years now.
Yeah.
But now we have an excuse to not go anywhere.
Yeah, and you guys that really know me know what a homebody I was. I rode across the country on a bicycle in 26 days, 140 miles a day. That was in 1978. Did a 4,000-mile bicycle trip across Canada down the eastern face of the Rockies. I did all kinds of adventuring. I've had 3 up-close encounters with bears during the 2,000 miles of backpacking that I've done in my younger years. And now I like to stay home. I have a comfortable bed. I know where everything is. And I got all that travel bug out of me when I was young. So here's a deal. We all have political opinions.
You don't.
Oh, yes, I do. I'm going to use this program to speak for something that I think is extremely important. Our country has become an oligarchy, and it's continuing along those lines. The people with the money want the fewest number of people to vote. This has been going on for 10, 15 years. And now we have the best excuse we've ever had to have mail-in ballots. Nobody risks anything. Everybody has the right to vote. If they don't mail it in, okay. But that is what is necessary now, and the conservatives and the billionaires absolutely do not want this. Because, as James Madison said a long time ago, that if our country is ruled by the plebeians or the masses, it's going to be a mess. Well, that's America. We are a mess. Now we need great leadership. And I'm going to start a petition drive. There's already some out there. I want you to sign it, and I want you to share it. Okay? I think it's extremely important if we want to change this country back to for the people. Anyway, enough about politics.
What about online voting versus mail-in?
I'm not sure how you would verify online voting. I'm not certain. I
Prone
don't
to
know.
hacks, maybe.
I have no idea how that would work. But being a mailman for 27 years on Congress Avenue downtown, I do know how the mail works. Anyway, if you think that everything's going to be all hunky-dory and everybody's feeling great by November, we're going to get together in stadiums and just be crowded together. We're going to go to crowded polling places. I think you're kind of missing the point. Nothing will go back to the way it was. I can see in the future the TSA will be taking your temperature as well as grabbing your junk.
How are they going to take the temperature?
Well, I hope it's not rectally.
Because I might get a real good deal at O'Hare next time.
Anyway, I want to leave you with this. I've already put a photo up for my 50th anniversary. I mean, I'm getting my bicycle a diamond. You know, it's the 50th. I put her in a patch of wildflowers on my ride this morning and took a photo. I hope you like it. And one thing I really would like everyone to do is to share Crystal Casey Moore's song, Give a Little. We did the video. Trevor did the audio. I played violin on it. It fits the times. Everybody needs to hear this. So please share this song. Make it go viral. We need hope. We need, when we look at somebody else, to see they're not the other. This virus, if nothing else, has shown us how connected everyone is on this blue spaceship. So thank you very much for slogging through this episode, and there'll be more in the future. Adios.
Peace.
Do you see the man on the corner? His face filled with agony and hunger. Do you read his sign? And are you kind? Are you kind? Do you see the woman in the grocery store line? 2 kids and 1 on the way. She gets to the checkout, but she can't pay. Do you step up, or do you just turn away? Do you turn away? Need to give a little hope and a lot more love. Need to give a little hope and a lot more love. Do you see the kids sitting all alone with no lunch? See, his dad hadn't worked in months. Do you sit with him and share your food? Or do you make fun of him like all the other kids do? Like all the other kids do. Need to give a little hope and a lot more love. Need to give a little hope and a lot more love. Need to give a little hope and a lot more love. Need to give a little hope and a lot more love. Do you see the man in the mirror today? Is he already set in his ways? Do you like who you see staring back at you? Or do you need to make a change? If so, then you know what you need to do. You know what you need to do. Need to give a little hope and a lot more love. Need to give a little hope and a lot more love. Need to give a little hope and a lot more love. Need to give a little hope and a lot more love. Lot more love. Need to give a little more